Hi YouTubers, I'm just going to tell you a little bit about this President Lincoln 2 that I've recently got. It's too early really to judge the thing, but I'll just tell you a little bit about it. I was quite shocked to find how small it is, and here's a sort of side-by-side example. There's the Superstar 3900. And as you can see, it's very compact, the Lincoln 2, to the point where the controls for your mic gain and RF gain, you know, tiny little things, and the clarifier, very small. You know, whereas if you go to the 3900, you know, you've got something to get hold of. That's one thing I don't really like about the Lincoln 2. That's my own rig. Don't forget, I've not borrowed this from a shop and gonna kiss anyone's arse sort of jazzing it up if I think it's crap. But right, let's get into it a little bit about the power output. Now the power meter is set on, let's set it up there, 20 watts, and the mode is FM at the moment, so just key up. So it's over 20 watts there, as you can see. I'll go on to the 200 watt setting. Looks like about 30 watts to me. AM I think is a little bit less. Again, you've got to go through the USB, SSB, CW, PA, AM. See what it does on AM, on a dead key of course. I better come back to the 20 watt setting. Between 10 and 15 watts. Not a lot of swing there, but I suppose if I turn the power down, you might see a little bit more swing. What can I tell you about it apart from that? It does about 30 watts on SSB. I ain't very good at whistling, so you just have to sort of trust me on that. This particular one is supposedly brand new, so I presume it'd be the latest model. Now, if anyone can see anything on this rig that says it's an early model or a late model, I honestly don't know the differences. But there you are, it's a close-up of all the what you might need to see. But as far as I know, it's the latest one. If it ain't, it's no big deal to me. In use, AM and FM is brilliant. Can't fault it, you know. Ain't got a bad word to say about it. But on SSB, Recieve is pretty, for want of better words, crap. You know, it's quite noisy, and if you're talking to someone sort of in the region of S9, you have to turn the RF gain down before you can get them in, you know, without distortion. Now I've put a few feelers out to find out, you know, where I can send the thing, because it is a nice rig, but that is a little bit of a fault with it. And if I can get it sort of done either free or cheaply to get the receive right on sideband, I'm going to do it. You know, let me just see if I can get a side view of the rig. You'll have to excuse the lighting in here. There's the back end of the 3900, and that's the heat sink, and it's still shorter than the 3900. So like I say, it's quite a small rig. I'm a bit disappointed in it, in all honesty, but not going to write it off sort of just yet. I'm still getting used to the thing. You know, out of all my rigs, I think this thing's still my favourite, to be honest. It don't do a lot of power, you know, but for me personally, running it mobile, it's great. If I want to change modes, you know, there it is. You don't have to look at the rig if you're driving. You can think, right, you know, that's upper sideband, that's lower sideband, you know, etc. Whereas on the Lincoln, you've got to press that button there, which is, you know, sort of, it's no real big deal. But for mobile use, I prefer this or something like that. And the Recieve on the 3900 is, you know, spot on. You can have your RF gain right up. You know, you can be giving it large. No matter how strong the signal comes through, you haven't got to mess around, you know. So yeah, I don't know whether that's sort of any help or not to any of you. But just be prepared, if you do get one, there's a possibility on sideband Recieve you can have that same problem as what I've got. And at round about the 200 quid mark, you know, it's going to cheese you right off. So it sort of cheesed me off a little bit. The other thing as well, the guy I got it off, he did the expansion on it, just cut a wire, and I did notice on was it upper sideband, it didn't quite sound right, yet it sounded very good on lower sideband. So I did a reset on it and that's cured that, so it might be worth looking out for. You know, if you get one of these things, I haven't sort of seen it anywhere that you had to do a reset as well. You know, maybe it's just me, maybe everyone else knows about it, but I didn't. So there you are. I'll keep you posted on what I think on that. SSB audio on it, by the way, is good. It's just Receive's crap. You know, how wrong's that? But it ain't designed as a CB, and as most of you will probably know, it's illegal to use this as a CB because it runs too much power and all the rest of it. If you want to go legal, you want the Grant 2, which I think, you know, is a nice little rig. But again, I prefer that over it. Maybe I was lucky with a 3900. I've got a good and sounds great on sideband, you know. Can't fault the thing, not really. Like, I wouldn't say it's better than anyone else's rig, but it's just one that I prefer. I've not had a chance to mess around with a Cobra 148 GTL DX yet, which is in, I wouldn't say a sorry state, but it's 30 years old. I'll give a quick look at it. There it is. The needle sticks a little bit on it, which is quite common with an old rig that ain't been used for a long time. And this particular one has been modded. I think it's double low, normal low, mid, high, high, and then straight onto the Muppets. You know, it's a DE-pron done. That's high and low power, and that one is your 10 kc jump. On the side, of all places, switchable Roger bleep. You know, I'm going to give that old girl a good clean up and a good bit of air time as well. So there you go, people. Undecided on this old girl yet. Nice looking bit of kit. But if I'd have bought it brand new, in all honesty, it would have probably gone back. So there you go. Thanks for watching. I've got another few bits to video, including this tool here. Looks like a Bowfing UV5R, but it's not. I don't even know what you're supposed to call that. It's a UV5R as far as I'm concerned, unless if someone's done a copy of it. So I've got 3 of them little radios now. There you go, people. Thanks for watching. And Captain Scarlet, how did your channel do after the shout out? I hope that sort of helped you out a little bit, mate. And if anyone else wants to shout out, if your site's radio related, let me know and I'll point people in your direction. Alright guys, catch you soon.